That's what Snowden talked about. Like I love Snowden, but
Yeah, hero.
you know, he's like, if they have all this information, the danger of a government or a corporation of any entity knowing everything about you, knowing like
Interesting.
what you said to your friend in an email 6 years ago, what you said to your ex-girlfriend during that fight, your internet searches, like all this stuff. The more information they have on you, the more able they are to manipulate that. Anyway, they could make anyone look like a villain or a hero.
Wow, I never compared fucking Joe Wagner's experience on a fucking dating show to NSA government surveillance. But you're absolutely right. They can choose what to put out and what not to.
That is like, if you are an enemy of this entity, they'll make you look however they want. And that is so powerful. That is so powerful because we won't realize it. Because we'll just...
Well, you see footage, like, I know what I saw. The guy punched that guy, and it's like, but you gotta back up a little.
Yeah, yeah. And besides that, like, we all have moments that we weren't our best selves, right? Like, we all... And if that's all they're giving you, then yeah, anyone could seem like a terrible person.
That's how you get villains on social media. You're only aware of the one thing. So they're like, I don't like that, and that's all of you. So fuck you. Instead of like, guys, off day or.
And that's the problem with again, it's power, right? So like, it's not just money is power, information is power, and if you have all that information about someone, you have so much power over them, and we are being manipulated already. You know, like these algorithms on social media, like the ads that we see. It's like, well, this person. What would make them change their opinion on this issue? You know what? They've clicked on this and that. They seem interested in this particular issue. All right, let's give them more of that, and it will steer them in this direction. And that the danger of it is that we don't even realize that it's happening. Right?
Yeah, my buddy told me this, Duncan Trussell, because he saw something where it was like, when you get 250,000 followers, that was the number. You are not like you're an influencer, but not the way they mean it, where it's like, you know, representing yoga clothes. It means like you have influence over people. So the people who want to influence people see you. John Dennehy just got his 250,000. They're like, oh, he's an asset. And so what's our cause we want? Maybe it's stop dog breeding.
Yeah.
Let's just say something innocuous, you know, spay and neuter your dogs, and we can use you as a mouthpiece. So he's seeing 100 different stories. Let's make it, of the 100 different things you say, let's make 6 of those spay and neuter stuff.
Yeah.
So just shift your needle a little bit. And then you start being like, hey guys, you know it's actually a big issue I'm hearing a lot talk about?
Yeah.
So a bunch of bots are hitting you, fake accounts that you'd have to look into to see that it's a fake account, because you're just glancing through them, of like spaying and neutering is a big deal.
Yep.
So we can fucking make you use your 250,000 people to be like, guys, for sure, spay and neuter your dog. And then the more you see, the more you're in the algorithm, and then it pushes you more and more and more until you're just a cause.
It's these little changes that build up to something big, and it we all think we're immune to these things, right? But none of us are.
Zero.
Right? I'm not.
None of us are.
You're not.
Yeah.
No one's immune to it, but everyone's like, yeah, that happens to other people.
I have a rule.
I make my own decisions. We
I
actually
have a rule.
don't.
We don't.
We don't even control our own minds.
Yeah.
In that sense, like
I have a rule where anytime a sponsor says like, hey, we didn't like if you're too dirty in an ad read or too whatever, instead of going like, come on, we can work this out, I go, hey, I can't work with you anymore. Even if you're like, we don't care anymore. It's like, I can't have you trying to influence me.
Yeah.
So like, we got to cut ties completely. And it's not a negotiation. It's just like, it's a rule for myself, or I will be fucked.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, like with social media, right? Like we talked about social media before. I'm not that excited about it. It's like, I do have social media, and I have used it. I do use it occasionally, but you know, I'll post something and a bunch of people will like my post, and it makes me feel good.
Mm-hmm.
And then that makes me want to make posts similar to that. And I'll post something else that people won't like it as much. I'll be like, oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'll do that first thing more. You know, like
but that's
it's
an outside influence that shouldn't have an effect on what you're doing.
Yeah.
As an artist, which is not just like actual painting or anything. It's just any kind of thing you're into. For you, it's activism is your art form.
Yeah.
It should be free of outside influence. It should be you deciding what you want to cover.
Right.
And not like, well, this sells more. Money's a huge influence.
Yeah.
Likes have been commodified. So like that's probably even bigger influence than people are like, what do they have to gain by doing this? Like, look at the popularity rise. Popularity is a real thing.
Yeah.
Sweet video, huh? Yeah, it was. And I did it for you. For free. And you know what I want in return? Just one thing. I want you to subscribe. That's right. Did it all for one subscription from you. It's not too much to ask. If you want, go ahead and leave a comment too. That'd be great. But in reality, I'm asking for one thing in return for that sweet content. You click subscribe right there. Come on, don't be a jerk.